New from Terraform Comics, Hybrids, The Sons of Gods, Volume 1, Trash Day. When everyday people develop godlike abilities, it is up to a small band of heroes to expose an evil superhuman trafficking ring. This 128-page volume merges history with fiction in an exciting, fast-paced adventure. Get your copy now.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware, beware. That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
And good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? Hey, good to see you. Whether you're having a sucky Friday or a great one, we hope we can improve it with the Nevermind the Furthermore for Friday, September 25th, 2020. Holy cats, we're having fun already. And we're going to have a little more fun because we're going to bring somebody on. We don't normally have people on this show because most of them know better. But we have somebody this morning who has thrown all caution to the wind, doesn't care about his reputation, and we'll be bringing him on in just a minute. But we want to thank everyone for watching us, whether you're watching us live and can participate in the show, or you're watching us on the reruns. We appreciate you all. And if you're watching on Facebook, whether it's the Indie Vent or Rising Tide Publications page, give that page a like if you would, please. And if you're watching us on YouTube, as you well should be, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Okay, we'd really appreciate that because algorithms. And this is powered by Geek Insider and Rising Tide Publications. And now we're going to bring somebody on right now. He's a great friend of ours, and we love the hell out of him. And you saw an ad just now for his spectacular endeavor. And I'm looking at him in the thing, and I'm going to give him time to finish what he's doing, unless he wants to get on air with that. Anyway. And he's muted himself, the cat. Anyway, we're going to bring him on. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready there, sir. And he's probably never going to be ready. So we're going to see what's going on here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to become part of the legend, here's the man to see, Mr. Christian Basil of the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. How are you, sir?
I was trying to be nice this morning.
No one would know
Like,
you
it's gonna
then.
be fresh and everything. Oh, that's there. That's better. Or should we go the other way around?
No, you're fine. You'll like this. We could go both
I
ways.
could go above. Oh. Oh, that's the end of the show, folks. Bye. Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, drive safely. No, it's good to have you on here, brother. How you doing?
Not bad. I'm glad you put that fez back on. It was getting too much shine up. Yeah.
I know. You just wait a couple 100 years, pal, and see how thick your hair is.
StreamYard's going like, lower your lighting level, please, on that side.
Yeah. This episode directed by J.J. Abrams.
Oh,
look at all the lens flare.
No.
So tell us what you got going on, Christian.
Oh, wow. God. Yeah, where are we? Okay, I had a list. That's how I run
Let's start reading your comments.
Yeah, let's start reading your comments. No, last night we had a wonderful show. I was part of the Fan Expo show for a couple hours. They did a special for MegaCon Halloween Horror Nights, and they actually had fellow what is it called, team members who either are or part of Halloween Horror Nights. And I felt like I was the kid who was outsider because they had brought me on because they were a fan of the pictures from the Traveling TARDIS.
Oh, nice.
Of all the events that it's been to since, I think, 2015, 2016, moving on there. But it became an icon to people who worked at Universal Studios. Some people actually who became my Facebook friends would text me and go and send me a message and goes like, Christian, are you here in the park? Good. I'm going to be performing over here, and here's my schedule. Make sure you walk by me.
Oh,
and
nice.
It just became a staple, an unofficial staple of Universal Studios.
Oh, wow.
And I just got word. I'm happy to say, just got word this morning. We will have on our show live October the 27th at 6 p.m. Phantasmagoria.
Oh, nice. Those people rock.
I know it was just a scheduling thing, but John got back to me, and I was so happy to hear that he's going to be able to perform. We're also doing a special you're going to be on.
Oh yeah,
which I just got to find the Tuesday to do it because that's what I was waiting for, Phantasmagoria, to pick a date because I know they have all those performers. I wanted to make sure I got to them, and they're going to be performing that night. But some Tuesday in October, you're going to be doing a special panel called Dr. Do You Believe in Ghosts, which we're actually going to be. There have been two occasions in Doctor Who, and I don't know if you remember, but if you go back to the TV movie when Paul McGann's walking down the stairs and says, I don't believe in ghosts, and then you flash forward to Capaldi's episode Under the Lake, and he says, maybe it's ghosts. Mm-hmm. So you're the Doctor's companion. Yeah, thanks, Bill. Bring Christian coffee. I'm running on diet Mountain Dew, so there you go. That's a preferential choice.
Yeah.
But
and we're flashing your comments here on the screen, and good morning to everyone that showed up. We do appreciate you, but we're also going to try to not fall too far behind in the comments this morning. And there she is, the giantess Meredith Logren. Mwah! And she's working in the background, so everyone behave. And so
no chance in hell.
Yeah, not with this pair, not away, but yeah. So and there we go. It was a worthy rant though, and everyone's saying hello. But anyway, please keep going. And Ted Davies Artistry, Carl Witzman, Carleen, Joe Dog McKeel. Hope you get to feel and hope you sober up a little. Carl Witzman, Carleen, Teresa Dunn. Glad you're all here. So anyway, go on, please, Christian. Before I interrupted.
Well, no, it's going to be all Halloween. The Traveling TARDIS Facebook page, October 1st through October 31st. We do almost nothing, depending upon if there's news going out that month of Halloween TARDIS pictures. I got some new ones. I went to St. Augustine recently. Oh, nice. And went to the Torture Museum. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if I could show these. Well, I'm going to say this, and I didn't take pictures of the TARDIS with it, but some of the scenes are a little graphic. And I'm probably going to Syndicate behave like what? Yeah, good job.
And morning, Phil Locklear. Morning, Brian. Thank you for sharing too, by the way. Yeah, he's in Louisville, Kentucky. Everybody say a prayer for Brian. Yeah. And Ted Davies Artistry brought coffee. I brought my own. Christian's on his own. I'm a terrible host.
Okay, so wait, no. We got to say that. What is your coffee of choice? I got to know what Brian drinks in the morning.
Okay, my favorite. Now I don't
It's
always
not
have
emotion,
it.
it's just I really want to know what you drink to get going.
Yeah, most of it's adrenaline, total terror. But anyway, but no,
Allergy pills.
Tim Hortons is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
It is a medium roast that drinks like a dark roast. It's at one wonderful balance in there, nice level. I think fairly low level of acidity,
Mm-hmm.
very flavorful. Now the only thing is you can't really make if you get the stuff in the can or the bag, you can't make more than 8 pots in most pots that I've had because it is a very fine grind. I think it's more for like a K cup.
Mm-hmm.
And it becomes kind of gummy and doesn't let all the water flow through quickly like a commercial ground. Here I am talking like I know what I'm saying, but it kind of jams up. It's kind of like if you mix pumpkin spice or cinnamon in. You can stir that into regular ground and it will flow through. That's how you can have pumpkin spice coffee all year, people. But then this stuff just kind of like turns into cement after a certain point. But it's a delicious coffee. It is my favorite. But otherwise, I can make do with the store brand or whatever most mornings. But sometimes I'll pep it up. Sometimes I'll even put in like a tablespoon or two of vanilla extract into the pot.
Right.
And then the coffee goes in there and mixes all up, and you have like a vanilla coffee.
Okay.
So TGIF, Bill Sarden, and hey, our cartoonist Keith Brown. Hi, greetings from hell. Yes, Keith does a series of books with little demons and everything. They're funny as, dare I say it, heck. And so please check them out. Keith, if you want to put a link to your Amazon work or your website, wherever, please do. All of you, please do. Please promote yourself this morning. # bring cookie home. Thank you, Bill Sarn. And we're talking about Doctor Who, your favorite subject, of course. Carl Witzman begins the evil invocation to bring in Sarah, and author Michaela Jade. Well, we've got the man who not only makes your heart flutter, but he's also the one that makes your pants vibrate. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Elementary Torture Museum. Sarah her ears should be burning, waking her up right now, if not set ablaze.
She will be insisting you send her the photos, as will I after the show's over. And Cindy Kepin, Bonnie, good morning to you. Mwah, glad to see you. Brian Rhodes, a pleasure. Good morning, Nevermorians. Long time no see here. Reed, working hard at the day job. What? But listening to reduce my stress and sanity. Well, you came to the right place, especially for that latter part. There is just no hope. And Phil Locklear, good to see you, brother. Phil is an awesome guy. He's going to be on Clever Title Pending pretty soon. And Cindy Kep says, I wear my sunglasses at night. I remember that. And everyone's saying hello to each other. And Phil is, what did I do there? There we go. Phil is saying, hey, Christian.
Hello, Phil. Good morning, sir.
Okay, fine. Christian's not quite woken up yet. He's not a morning person.
It was a late night and there was all that. Also,
yes.
I'll just throw this in here. Also, part of the month of March, when we're still working out, we're going to be playing a game show with 3 actors who've played monsters on Doctor Who, and that's scheduled to be announced. But so far we have Richard Ashton, who played an Ice Warrior, Ross Mullen, and John Davey, who played multiple monsters. And part of the game is they can't pick their own monster. So they have to pick another monster that they have not played, and it's going to be a fun game. We did it last year. It's a little convoluted to explain how the game works, but it is a fun game. And the great part about it is, just like the StreamYard, people can play along and start guessing and thinking, okay, which monster did they pick? But that's what we have for the month of October lined
fantastic.
Up. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and Christian puts on a fantastic show. Seriously, if you have even a scintilla of enjoyment with whenever you see the names Doctor and Who put together, this is the man you need to check out his work. Seriously, he does a really highly polished show. It's one of my shows. Compared to at least 2 shows I could name.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly the the Fez wearing host is a bore, but anyway, he gets good guests though. But seriously, and Meredith, thank you. She says, "OMG, the broadcast is going to hell in a handbasket. Hide your children from these two."
Let me ask you this: what broadcast has never gone into a hell in a handbasket?
That's true, alone or together, right?
Exactly.
Seriously, nothing but love for Brian and Christian. That goes both ways, Meredith. We love you. Hope you like the opening to today's show. She gave me some tips on how to make it less boring, and I'm hoping, then I showed up and no bets are off. Magi Jake Caretaker, who we'll see this weekend at Non-Con 5, along with myself, Amy Hale, John B. Pica, and Charles F. Millhouse and Molly Daniels, among others. It's been a stressful couple of days. I've been having people calling me saying I look and sound like Sloth from the Goonies. Oh, will you just say thank you and pay a compliment to their, how we can all improve.
Hit up your cafefe.
Yeah, there we go. You all need cafefe. Right, with a Superman cup. And funny but true, Meredith Carleen says, just finished the last of the great breakfast burrito from yesterday. Even better the second day since the hot sauce settled in. Ooh, yeah.
Unfortunately, the second day you'll be wondering why you had that breakfast burrito.
Probably, but if it causes you any discomfort, it'll come out in the end. And what were you saying about our show, Meredith? And hashtag bring cookie home. Thank you, Bill Cern and Phil Locklear, who
you said bring Christian coffee. Go back. Are you sure? Take a look at what he said.
Oh, I better go back.
Yeah, you better go back.
Yeah, sometimes these things.
No, there's nothing wrong with bring cookie home, but that was not what was said in that.
Oh, okay. Let me go back then. I don't normally do this, but you're special. Let's see.
I got it here, brother.
Yeah, if you got it.
Bring Christian coffee.
Oh, bring Christian coffee. Okay. Oh, the heck of a cookie, huh? Well, then fine. No demon here this morning. You get zombie Bill sour.
Bring cookie coffee and home. So there you go.
That's right. Yeah. Just tell her the coffee's at home. She'll come. Anyway, so to speak. Anyway,
yeah.
But moving on, and we should. No, she's downstairs getting ready. Also, she's also going to be at Non-Con 5 this weekend. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 6, and 9 to 5. At the Post-Town Elementary School, 6600 Trenton Franklin Road in Milltown, Ohio. Admission is free. Masks are required. It's going to be a great time. We will have fun, whether you want to or not. And let's see. Let me catch up with the comments. Apparently, I can't read anymore. And, we got, hey, Christian, stressful couple of days. Funny but true. And there, okay, now I've got my place. Do you lose your place sometimes when you try to scroll?
We do something different, and this is a confession. This is industry, and I'm not telling you how to run your show. But for a while, we were having comments like 10 minutes ago, that were showing up. So what we did was, and this is not against anybody, but it was just so we could change the show, because some of this, a couple of my friends who helped me run the show was like, by the time you say all the hellos, the show's over.
Yeah.
By the time you get all the comments. So we post the hello. So if people were saying hello, we would kind of run it.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't have a comment that was 20 minutes ago that we're answering the question. They were answering the question from 20 minutes ago. So when it finally shows up, you're like, okay, what was that? Or, it's no longer part of the discussion. I know. I know you want to make sure everybody gets a say in that, and I feel bad, but it's just like, that's why I was posting the comments and said, I posted this in 2016. Did he finally read it?
Yeah. Thank you for your encouragement, Christian.
And I know it's hard, but that's the type of show you run. But the show that we were running, like I said, if we went through all the hellos, we couldn't. So we made sure that people who said hello, they got posted. Mm-hmm. So we know that they were thanking them. But we were trying to target more of the questions that were coming up, or the comments that people were bringing up, so that we wouldn't lose track, and the comments would always keep up. Just industry thought, if you want to do that, but I know you want to make sure everybody have a shot out there. So
and then that's less you'll hear from me too, and having to come up with stuff. Otherwise, the show would be about 3 minutes.
Oh, trust me, brother. If I'm on a show, you'll never run out of stuff to say.
I know. If only in self-defense. Yeah, but no, that's how I do clever title pending. We do flash everyone's comments on screen, but we do try to pay attention to the
we flash comments.
You better drink and deep and behave like what? Asks Cindy. Oh, how much do you need to know? Now, this is a comment worth waiting for. Brian Rodman, glad to hear Brian Torture. 50 Shades of Christian.
There you go.
He is the oncoming storm. And Meredith Walken, Brian talking about coffee, and suddenly my pinky was out as I sipped the aromatic brew. That's right, folks. This is a classy show. You know, we were talking about Tim Horton, like in a brand name, not coffee with a, you know, like a white can with a brown stripe around it. And Torture, so biting my tongue here, says Phil. I was thinking the same thing, and I do want to see the video.
I'm going to entice Phil a little bit here, because if you've ever been to the Torture Museum in St. Augustine, which is actually phenomenal. I
thought we were talking about your basement.
That too, but that's Sarah's house. But it's it's phenomenal, because what they've done is they have a whole museum to items and things that were used going back to biblical times, going back to the Spanish Inquisition, and they have it they either have the actual item or they have a mock-up of the item. But when I was doing the tour, they go, well, in the back are the sexual torture items. I'm like, what? Far in the back of this museum are the sexual torture items. And I don't want to get graphic, but I was just like, I couldn't, no. I think I took one picture for myself with the TARDIS, and that's the one that's not going to be shown. Let's just say there was an actual representation of the male genitalia in a metal form. They do something to your genitalia while this thing is attached, and I'm not going to go any further. Sarah could probably go into the details on a private channel of her own.
She might even have one at her home for all I know. So
she probably does.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, nicely.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe she'll give me a friends and family discount. Anyway, favorite coffee is hot and fresh. And now, Joe Dog McKeel, I hear you. And don't let him kid you, Christian. He's got crack in his coffee.
Oh, we know that.
Oh, yeah, that's a given.
It was vanilla extract. Vanilla.
Yeah, I had rum coffee this morning.
White powdery.
Oh, but no. And here's a little aside. We just learned a couple of days ago that Kraken makes it's a temporary, it's like a limited run, but they make a variant with coffee infusion. And we found some yesterday. And it should be in that museum. You know what I'm saying? It was wonderful. We mix it with an almond milk, because Cookie is lactose intolerant, and the color is it looks like the color of our skies overhead. It's evil. But it is also delicious, and I want it in an IV drip. But anyway,
I'm always concerned about that coffee that had an appeal for a short amount of time, and I'm trying to figure out who came up with this idea of coffee beans that came out of an orifice of a monkey, which would actually taste better. The only thing I can think of is maybe there was a coffee maker in the middle of the jungle. The monkey just happened to get in. Yeah. And then all of a sudden there were coffee beans on the floor, and the guy was like, well, I'm out of coffee.
Yeah. It's kind of like that guy who waited for,
I found something new here.
Yeah, it's like that guy who ages ago probably was standing behind a chicken and said the first thing that falls out, I am eating it, you know, and luckily it came out as it did. And I need Keith's link to hell, says Philip Blockler. Hey, Phil is your audience here. Keith, promote yourself, please. Invalid parameters? We have no invalid parameters on this show. And there he is, the legendary Charles F. Millhouse. Hey, Brian, see you this weekend. Segway, good call there. Come join us at Non-Con 5. Charles F. Millhouse will be there with some fresh Captain Hawkland goodness. And there you go. Get your cigars ready and enjoy Ted and Carl's Cigar Show. New episode is up now. And good morning to you, Philip Thompson. Cindy Kep says, I'll be at QuadCon in Coralville, Iowa tomorrow if all goes according to Hoyle. Well, we talked with Houdini and he gave his permission. We'll talk with Sir Conan later. If you can't go play at Non-Con 5, come visit and take advantage of the Bookworm special. Or go see Cindy on Saturday, then come see me and Cookie and Charles and John and Magi Jake and Molly and Amy at the other show. See, it's a great trip road trip across the USA in your Chevrolet, America is asking you to call. And Phil Locklear says, wear your pride on your chest. Promote the show that promotes all of you. Demon Nation t-shirts on sale now. Those are spiffy looking things. And I guarantee, if you can't get lucky, you grab one of those shirts and it should work the charm for you. Okay.
Really? Phil, I'm going to say this. I'm looking, and I don't want to show my shirt because it's not the official. I'm washing all my Legend of the Traveling TARDIS shirts. Phil, get with me if you do private stuff. I'd like to hook up something to where, if you can make it, I'm trying to find a t-shirt designer for the Traveling TARDIS that people can purchase. So, Phil, if you know how to get a hold of me, just let me know if it's something that works between us. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, and definitely check out what Demon Phil puts on at night around 9ish. Most nights, he's got a lot of great broadcasts during the week, and check out his unscripted show. That's the way to get into the weekend. So please check it out. Are you showing something?
Yeah, I will show you my shirt because it's one of my favorites here.
Okay, I'll give you the full screen here.
No, it's fine.
Oh, that's sweet. That is totally sweet.
Yeah, that's two of my favorite characters put together.
Oh, nice.
I love Lilo and Stitch. It's still to this day one of my favorite Disney movies ever.
Mm-hmm. That is a fun film. That really is. And I love that image there. Brian, what'd you think of my live video? Good way to promote? It is a great way to promote. Well done. The fact that you put something out there puts you light years ahead of a lot of people who don't promote at all. And good morning, Multiverse from John B. Pica. Brother, it's good to see you. And yeah, well, who's ready for Non-Con 5? I'm halfway ready. I just don't have the van loaded yet. I've got a list of things I got to get done this afternoon. Jobby Pica, and who's been participating in Imaginarium tonight? My Miskatonic Cabaret is a featured entertainment. Oh, that's going to be cool. I will be on at 4 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to be talking about networking today. So please join us. Please join. Enter to theimaginarium.com. Great online convention this weekend, and it's going to be awesome seeing you, Sunday. It's going to be awesome seeing you, my friend. And Cindy Kep, love that outfit in your YouTube avatar. Very cool. Yeah. Cindy Kep does a great fourth Doctor. Oh God, unit. Help me.
Brigadier?
No. The lady who's like the fan of the Doctors. Wears the scarf. Osgood.
Oh, Osgood, yeah.
Osgood. She does an amazing Osgood. And that comment lag is a StreamYard issue. They emailed me about apologizing. They are aware and working on it. Yeah, sometimes, do you get this too? That, you'll be going along, you think you're caught up, then all of a sudden, bam, there's like a flurry of maybe YouTube comments, I think.
I don't know. It hasn't happened. Like I said, we've kind of changed out the format. So sometimes I will run it. Sometimes, and actually, Melanie, who's been a good sport, because I normally would run the comments. And Melanie goes, give me a hold of that. So she would run the comments. And then I was just like, and she would actually... what they call it, producer, qualify the comments.
Right.
Like if it's somebody who's a little bit off, then she'll take it out. But Melanie's been a great sport. I could not run the show without Melanie Dean. I mean, we have a wonderful team, but Melanie's been right there by my side. Anytime I do something, she goes like, yeah, we'll do it. And that was, yeah. And now she's kind of, a lot of the team are kind of taking they're kind of helping me out, because I used to do it on my own, because I'm very hands-on, selfish, meaning that I want to, what's the old adage? If you want something done, you do it yourself.
Right.
But I love that there's a team that cares as much as I do about the show, who does it, and then she's been running the comments, so that she runs it as we're doing it. Yeah. So that people can see their comments, and if we get to a question, then we'll hit the question up there.
That's great. Well, you see, I'm a one-man band here, because no one gives a damn about how bad I fall on my face. So
I think pulling Sarah from the dungeon that she crawled out of.
There we go. And Michaela, if you're at work right now, your pocket beckons us. Anyway, so we got a joke here from Magi Jake. Hey, Christian, here's a joke for you. Why did the blonde stare at the OJ card? It said concentrate.
Oh my God! You and Cindy are on the run for the jokester of our team there.
Yes, indeed. And Magi J, caretaker, please report to your sensitivity training in HR.
and Cindy, I got to say that Cindy kept, and there's going to be a big announcement on our Traveling TARDIS show later today because we've got a few new sponsors. But Cindy, your posts on your private page really make me happy. When I'm having a bad day and I see one of your jokes pop up, my day just gets better. No matter how bad the puns are. Yeah, exactly. No matter how puns are. So please keep up the good work.
Yeah, definitely. We all can use a smile. Definitely, for sure. And let's see. Oh yes, Jeffrey Hayes, fantastic artist. Good morning, all. Hope you guys have a great time at the con this weekend. Thank you very much, Jeffrey. Hope we catch you at a convention someday too. And OMG, Christian is here. Awesome surprise. I can hear the squealing.
Are you sure it's like that, or Jeffrey's going, oh my God, Christian's here?
No, that's Meredith.
Yeah, okay.
We gave these two clowns access to my account. What the hell is going on here?
You should know better.
Yeah, really. Bobby Nash. Good to see you, Bobby. Oh, anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk over you. I apologize. I got excited.
You're fine. No, that's cool.
Okay. All right. No, but I don't have a producer here. And that's one of the things, in all honesty, and I've said this before, that's one of the things, at least about Nevermind the Furthermore, is that I do try to read all the comments, no matter how far behind we get. Now, clever title pending, we might have to have somebody finally come in and vet the questions, but we get some great ones, and especially once we start talking about them, then we tend to run behind. But I think that I hope everyone understands that's just the nature of this particular beast. I would love to run a more slick show, as I keep saying, and we're making little baby steps towards it, I like to think. But there's only so much when I'm the only guy in charge, and you know yourself. You read comments, you vet comments sometimes, and you're also the director. And and at least in your show, you've got some structure. Mine is dependent on my attention. Well, you've got more structure than I, man, because
I have a wonderful team. I don't know if I have structure, but I have a wonderful team.
Well, they enforce your structure is the thing. If I can figure out, if I got some worthy volunteers, who would do it for love, because God knows this show isn't paying anything. Although we are working on a sponsorship deal, sponsorship thing. And I was going to implement it this week, but I can't find the file I typed up. So I think I may have accidentally deleted it. So we'll start all over again. But good thing I remember what's there. So a glimpse behind the scenes here, more than you'll want. Coffee infused Kraken, Carl putting on Sunday wish list. Yeah, it's a limited run. We had to drive many a mile to find it. It was worth it though. This is the sort of thing you put on ice cream. You know what I'm saying? It is good stuff. And even just on the rocks, it's amazing. So we're going to be in quest for more of that. But at least we got one. Phil Locklear. Oh, I like this Christian guy. I need to get him on my show. Minus the torture items, of course.
No, the torture items come with me.
I was going to say, well, Phil did add Ish.
Ish. Every time you say Kraken coffee, I keep on thinking, you know what? If I'm going to get my coffee infused with something, I'm thinking Cthulhu. Cthulhu coffee.
Cthulhu infused coffee.
I'm going to pick a god.
That's right. Yeah. Yes. Coffee worthy of a god, a dark god who will torment your soul.
You go insane.
That's what I was thinking. Oh my God. That's great.
My coffee should be.
Definitely. I go crazy without it. Yeah. Christian's a great guy. You need to have him on your show, Phil. You really do. He's a great guest, as you can see. Far better host than the one you see now. I'm glad to see the video quality is better today, but I'm still searching for a cable for Brian. I love you, Carl. Thank you very much. I meant to look for one. I've got all kinds of cables around here.
Carl, and he's telling you he's finding a cable for Brian, and we're not drinking.
I know. Yeah, it's
like that cable that he's looking for.
Yeah, we're the next wing of that museum you were in.
Yes.
Nazis are kidnapping America's scientists, says reporter Cindy Kep. When Alan's uncle disappears, Skyman gives the Nazis a boot to the snoot. Get the original Skyman Battles the Master of Steam, available on Amazon right now. Thank you, Cindy. You are awesome.
I thought this was actually happening at Cindy Kep's house.
It could be. We're not here to judge. So Charles F. Millhouse says, I'm starting formatting Pulp Reality #1. Excited for this publication to come out. Well, as long as you have it done by tomorrow and available, when I see you at NonCon 5, that'll be fine. And Brian Wenzoff says, hello, family. Brian Wenzoff, good to see you. Hope you're having a good morning. And there she is, Amy Hale. Good morning, all. Mwah. There she is. There she goes. And anyway, but no, she will be at NonCon 5 with the whole motley crew of us. We are going to have fun. And Phil Locklear says, friend request me, and we will make it happen. Seriously. All right. See, this show gets results. That's what we're about. We're a public service announcement for about 90 minutes. Do you go cross-eyed trying to write book reviews? Asks Cindy Kep. Would instructions and a template help? Go get Amazon reviews made less impossible on Amazon and Smashwords right now by author Brian K. Morris. I love Cindy takes such good care of me. There's my producer. She's so much better organized than I am. I've noticed I promote everyone on here but me most of the time.
I really think we did that StreamYard a long time ago. It was Cindy Kep. I think if I remember, I'm trying to remember the players, but it was you, me, Cindy Kep. I believe Sarah was in the room too.
Yes, well, right after the first indie event, I think.
Yeah, and Cindy was just there.
Matthew Harris.
Knitting. Here we are, just being innuendo crazy, spouting out innuendos and jokes left and right. Yeah, I think she's wilder than she's showing.
Probably is. She's a tigress. What can I tell you?
Exactly.
And Cindy's like, who? Anyway, but no, Petronella Osgood. Thank you, Cindy. I knew if anyone would know, it would be you, and it'd be our special guest, Mr. Christian Basil, the legend of the traveling TARDIS. And in fact, we should remind these people what they need to be tuning into, don't you think? Let's see. I got to scroll down to where it is. This is where a producer would be real handy right about now.
But Brian, this is the legend of the traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
And that producer could mute my microphone before I cut you off. Sorry.
No, Brian doesn't seem to understand that we're all on the same StreamYard, thanks to Meredith and Geek Insider. So I actually have controls to do something like.
Ooh, that's made my nibbies hard.
And I usually run that one after your spot towards the end. So
Might as well.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you for the update, Cindy. And Ted Davies says, safe travels, Brian. Enjoy your show. Much success, brother. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. And everybody, check out Artistry of Ted Davies on YouTube and on Facebook and .com. It's all exciting. You will love it. And Ted Davies, I'll try sharing that link for you. There it goes. That's the brand new show on cigars. Ted and Carl's most excellent cigar adventure. And Chris Mackey, love you kids, from hashtag Wolf Vets versus Cyborg and hashtag Wolf Core Films. Chris, good to see you, my man. Hope all is going well. And Cindy Kep says, John Pica, thanks. It was really cold that day, but Ryan Duker took the pics. Yeah, you look fantastic there. You really do. And here we go. Oh, Magi Jake Caretaker says, I think I shocked Cindy with one of my routines. I sent her a magic trick video. She sent me Michael Jackson eating popcorn.
Well, as soon as I posted our episode, which is going to be taking place at noon today, by the way, right. Sorry, I'm going to plug, but we're having a live episode talking about the poll that came out at the Radio Times poll with the #1 doctor and all that. We're going to be discussing that poll. That's going to be interesting. But Cindy Kep also was the first one to post, and she posted Michael Jackson eating popcorn. No, it wasn't Michael Jackson. It was like a husband and wife or something eating popcorn. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and I will say that we were just Christian and I were discussing that poll just before the show launched this morning, and we're in agreement. We don't quite agree with the standings. Would that be a fair assessment, sir?
It would be a fair. I'm not going to go into it too much because I got to spend an hour talking about it.
I was going to say, save it for
like I said, I have my concerns. I have my concerns about polls on the doctor. And my friends are going to be talking about it with me, and particularly this one where I'm just like, okay. But I will say this, and I might reiterate it. What I was talking to Brian earlier, and just saying, listen, every time that you see a poll for, like, I'm just going to say this, the president, and it's like, who's leading in the president? And every time I see a poll, I'm like, nobody asked me or my friends. Nobody's talked to me.
No.
And you think this bozo who's going to be voting this year is, will probably have a little bit of say. So
yeah. Well, according to the news, he's not going anyway, so screw the polls. But anyway, well, that's the thing. It's like, you see, like, we took a sampling of 120 people on Twitter. Well, how many Doctor Who fans might not be on Twitter or might not be seeing that particular poll?
Well,
all of these are just total malarkey.
You just discredited yourself at the word Twitter. That was it. It was
it's like I've when I read the news, and I am a voracious news reader, I like to keep up on world events. Plus, I get story ideas, and the minute when they go into the second Twitter quote as well, we looked up experts, so we went to Twitter. So here's Love God _68 saying, no, that's not what I learned in journalism class, even if we didn't have the internet back then.
I've been saying and advocating Twitter is a dumpster fire. I go in there because a lot of the Whovian celebrities go in there, and if you want to follow somebody, I urge you to follow Katie Manning. Every post is like a Cindy Cap. Every post is, she's never political. She's never done, and I understand people have their politics and stuff, but she is all about her fans having a great day. I'm dead serious, and she is a wonderful, wonderful person. And I think one of the best comments I got about my show was the first time she was on, when we did the interview with her, I said, Katie, you're more than welcome to come back. Now, I'd interviewed her before, but on another show, but I brought her back, and I said, Katie, if you ever want to come back and promote something, by all means, let me know when you want to. She goes, darling, I didn't come back because I was promoting something. I came back because you are running the show. I'm like, oh my God, my heart just dropped into, and then she came back to do an episode with Tim Treloar, who does the third Doctor's voice on The Big Finish. Right. It's one of our highest rated episodes, and it was just funny because we almost didn't have it because her Wi-Fi was going wonky. And Tim was so kind enough to put her on her cell phone in FaceTime. So we did the interview, but she was acting as one of the panelists. So she was asking the questions. And I would say for a good moment of the time, I would say 2/3 of that interview was those two just flirting on the episodes. I'm like, this is stuff you cannot. It was just wonderful. She's an amazing woman. She's amazing. Yeah.
She sounds like a darling. She really does. And even now when she's been on like Doctor Who or the Sarah Jane Adventures, reprising Joe Grant, and it's just magic. There is just something about her infusion of that character. Just like with Sophie Aldred and Ace. You just can't imagine anyone else trying to play that. She just sounds.
She's one of a kind, and she
really is.
And it's magic. Once you see her walk into a scene, it's just like, oh my God, it's Katie. And just getting back to the Twitter reference, I joked on my show at one point, it was just like, if Twitter actually followed its own policies, there would be 8 people left on Twitter. Neither one of them would be in social media, a politician, or in Hollywood, or be working at Twitter. So I'm like, none of them. There'll be 8 people left, and that would be the only 8, and they would just be, posting cat pictures, and that's it. What YouTube used to be, but it's a dumpster. I don't even hang out there anymore. It's a dumpster fire. I just let that fire burn.
I don't either. Yeah, and it's like, what is it? There was a very prominent YouTuber. I will not mention the name because I think he's pond scum, but he doxed one of his exes on Twitter, and Patreon dumped him because of that. And I'm thinking, I think Twitter has policies on doxing, and here Patreon is enforcing Twitter's policies more than Twitter is enforcing Twitter's policies. So,
and the policies are so borked. I mean, anything could be whatever they want the rules to play there. But Twitter, I said the biggest. You want to see the biggest argument. If you want to start the biggest argument in Twitter, go onto your Twitter feed right now and type in the following.
Yes.
I think we should respect everybody and love everybody. And you will see a hailstorm on your Twitter feed on hate that would not even rival anything that you've ever seen before in your life.
Oh yeah,
By posting something nice.
You know, and one of the worst responses I ever got to something I posted on Facebook was at the start of the My Sharona Miley Cyrus Peter pandemic, where I said, you know, yes, it's bad, but we're going to lose like maybe 2% of the people who catch the COVID, but we still have 98% left. You know, it's it's kind of a half, glass, not quite half full kind of a thing, but there will be something coming out of it that you might just get through it. It'll be okay. And I got people coming out of the woodwork who I never hear from. They never support me in any of my ventures, and they don't even like or do any sort of response to myself. But they couldn't wait to come online and tell me what a moron I was. And then the funny thing was, I pushed back, and I pointed this out. Like all but one person on there, I never talked to. You never give this a like or even just a hate face or whatever. But here you are taking time out of your day to tell me what a moron I am. It just makes me happier.
That's their day. That's all they do.
Yeah.
God forbid they have a job.
Oh God, yeah.
I just like that's all they do is go trolling and hurting, and it's just the problem with is what you and I and everybody else here, everybody who's in this chat room. When you have something that comes from your soul, that you have a product of love, and somebody comes walking in unannounced, just goes at it and just says the most horrendous, horrible things. I've had, I block them. So someone like, why would he even give you 5 stars? And somebody asked a question later in the chats, and I'll address that because somebody did ask me about the haters. But I'll explain later. Yeah, let's get back to the chats.
No, that's fine. We will catch up. And Bobby Nash, glad to have you here. BobbyNash.com. Check out that man's amazing work. Also, Patreon. I just became a Patreon supporter. You should too. Cindy's jokes are seriously the best. This is Brian Robbins. See, Cindy, you got a fan club, darling. And tomorrow on Reels and Heels, we are discussing film and TV scores. And I have a special guest, says Brian Wensloff, Dennis Tenney, who has worked on Night of the Demons, Leprechaun 3 and 4, The Prophecy, and Boondock Saints. That's pretty awesome. Well done, Brian. And yay, I post jokes so folks can get a smile. We'll see, Cindy. It is definitely working. And John B. Pike, Cindy Cap is one of the most positive people on the planet. I absolutely love that. And wait, if you ever get a chance to meet her in person, she is a joy. Speaking of joy, there is Demonation Tuesday, Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern time from Phil Locklear. Hell of a show. And of course on Saturdays, unscripted. Don't miss out. And please like, follow, and share. I do. I'm a better person for it. But I was pretty pathetic before. Ted Davies, thank you, Christian Basil and Brian K. Morris, for always supporting my Facebook and YouTube content. It's much appreciated. Well, you do us, so we're happy to return the favor. And Brian Wensloff, there's that Reels and Heels official site on Facebook. Please check it out. And then when you're done there, go to Legend of the Traveling TARDIS and be one of the 38,000 people happily, delightfully reveling, washing in the warm, soapy goodness of all things Christian Basil.
And if I can add this, Brian, I'm going to say this. Drop your links because you're going to get something that I've never been able to do when sitting on the other side watching Brian. Okay. I will be, whatever links you drop, I'm going to subscribe, follow, pick up, everything. So you're going to at least get one more person if I haven't followed you already. So drop those links and I will gladly add to you. The link I was trying to find.
Let's see. I need to type. I'm going to type one in then while you're vamping.
Yeah, that's fine. I was trying to get Demonation Sensation. I don't know why that's not coming up.
Okay.
And if you guys have a chance, please, follow these guys up there. Demon.
Seriously.
I spend the whole show just liking people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to be
there we go. I got mine.
Okay, there's Demon Nation.
There we go. And mine's Mine's coming up eventually. I'm on a
and
slow
you got a
computer here.
bell. So yeah, if you're posting links, and but I've been doing it during the whole time that people have been here. But if you're posting links, I will go ahead and sign up right now.
All right,
We'll do some
excellent.
hits there.
Oh, you're awesome, dude.
There it is.
Yeah. And what's yours and Christian's method in dealing with haters?
This is my take on this, Madge. I just, first of all, the rule of thumb that I've always accomplished is that the power of a bully is always when a bully gets attention, that's where they get their power from. So you can do one of two things, walk away from the fight or hit harder before that bully even throws the first punch. So when it comes to this thing, and I think Brian knows because we've seen a few comments come in by accident, and they're being jerks about it. We can block them on here, but just basically get them out of your life before they even start, before they even put the first comment. And there's a difference between somebody being critical and somebody who has constructive criticism and somebody who's just being a total dork. And you could probably find those out right away. I mean, just people who say, there's one day that Brian's mic's not working and people are coming up and saying, hey, Brian, your mic's not working, your audio, your camera. This is an example, but some people who criticize me when I get those little critiques, it's one of two ways. Either I learn from the critique, there's something substantial I can do it, and, I keep those folks because they're important. They want to let me know and they want me to grow. And they say, we like your show, but here's what we think you should do and do better. And that is my choice to follow it. But when somebody, so there was a comment that came in about my weight one day, they were gone. Yeah. Well, I could use, but that's not a comment that's not going to help me. And that's probably somebody who is not going to subscribe to me. I just don't give them the power. I make the stand right there. I either take the criticism and learn from it and see how they reflect, or if they're just being dorks about it, or get them out of my life real fast. Mm-hmm. But I will not give them the power to grow. And I do the same thing on Twitter. As soon as I see you hate, you're gone.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah,
just hate people.
I'm 100% in lockstep with you, man. I fully agree. We had somebody the other day come on here and never saw him before, but he posted a comment about I was looking for somebody that looked real gay. Well, I guess found him. And I thought, that's not very nice. And so I instantly not only blocked him on here, I blocked him on Facebook. And I blocked, and I found out he had a YouTube page. And frankly, wasn't real impressed with his video. I felt better about mine. And I went in and gave a thumbs down on all of his videos.
But I wouldn't even go that far because, again, the haters want the attention. I don't even express if it's a negative comment, don't even address it.
Yeah, I should have been vetting it. I should have been reading it.
Yeah, once you get to that point, don't even give them the power. Just block them out. Because that's all they're going to be doing. That's all they can see. Mm-hmm. And I wish them the best, but not in my planet, not in my world.
Yeah,
what are you going to do?
And I don't want. And it's one thing if they come after me, but I don't want them thinking, well, I got the host, so now I'm going to go after his guests. And basically, this is whose house is it? It's Run's house,
right?
Or in there dancing.
I also think reputation, and that's the hardest part when people start going into chastising you and say, well, if you're a friend of Brian K. Morris, you're no friend of mine. I'm like, well, I guess you're not a friend of mine.
Yeah. And I'm glad they've gotten the warning early.
Yeah, exactly. It's when they start going after your friends and stuff like that I put the foot down, and I had that where one friend was going after a bunch of my friends who thought what he said was important, and I sent a message that said, you do that again, I'm blocking you. Mm-hmm. You say anything like that, I will report you. Mm-hmm. End of discussion.
Yeah.
I love you, man, but if you're going to go down this route, you're not going to be happy.
Yeah.
If you think this is making you happy. So, and then just knock it off. Don't engage it. Once it starts, just kill it right where it stands.
Yep. Totally agree. And don't forget Facebook, Comics in the Classroom, Brian Winslow. Thank you very much for that. Join Nicole Jobin as she uses comic books as an educational tool. Cindy Cap says, let me know when you get the sponsorship thing sorted out. Frozen Creek Studios made a terrific promo for me. Yeah, they did. I've got it sorted out, and I don't know where I saved it. I don't know where it went, so I'm just going to have to retype that dang thing up. But you can one day come on a show and say, this episode is brought to you by Frozen Creek Studios or
Is it?
whatever.
Wait. Is she talking about her commercial?
Yes, her commercial.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to do you one better.
Uh-oh.
Keep reading.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Keep reading.
I'm clenching. Brian Rodman is sending Memoirs of an Angel issue 6 to the printer this weekend. Yes! Polished up the PDF copy last night. If you enjoy horror and fantasy, head on over to brianrodman.com/comics and check out the series. It's like Lord of the Rings meets The Exorcist. And here is somebody who probably do an exorcism or two, Mr. Luke Stone, Reverend Luke Stone, excuse me. Good morning, Nevermorians. Good morning to you, Luke. And we ran your promo for Hybrid Sons of Gods. Please put in a link to your Indiegogo campaign. We're edging up to where he needs to be as far as the fundraising goes, and make sure he gets it because I want my whole holofoil edition. And who jinxed the video feed quality? Nope, we're still look. I still
Facebook.
Yeah, probably Facebook. Yeah,
Facebook. It's always Facebook.
It's worth everything we're paying for it. And I already bought
a big F in Facebook.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. It's like the old back when the Smothers Brothers had their very controversial variety show back in the 60s, and one of their guys was a faux presidential candidate named Pat Paulson, funny as hell. And Tommy Smothers, after they were the show was canceled, said, well, obviously the C in CBS stands for censorship. And Pat Paulson said, well, Tommy, it was a very nice speech, but did you have to also tell the press what the other two letters stood for? Johnny Pike says, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, speaking of the other two letters, you may want to look at your video clips.
Oh, I will. Well, you want to read for a while I go check it out?
Well, you tell me. Do you want to play the video?
Well, if you put it up there, I want to play it. So,
I did put it up there.
I think I see it. I see it. Here we go.
See what I see?
I see what you saw. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I am ready. Well, wait. I already bought Skyman in digital, but I'm going to pick up a print copy this weekend. And I need some stuff from you too, John. Looking forward to it. Got the comment out of the way. Let's have it, Christian.
Cindy, this one's for you.
Author Cindy Kepp is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kepp at CKOEPP.com today.
Nice. Oh, yeah. This is why I need a producer. Yep, he needs a producer. Oh, yes.
So,
oh, that's funny. See, I've got this well stocked, you see.
Chris, when are you going to be on my show? Oh. Never mind.
Yeah, he must have heard you're having Russell T. Davies on the same time.
That's how Russell's mad at.
Yeah, sorry, Russ. You're going to have to cancel. We'll reschedule. And Johnny Pike is still pretty good here. Glad to hear. And from an alternate universe, you can follow Lovely Blues for some not safe for work stuff. And Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, and OnlyFans. She does host an AMA live chat every Saturday at 11 p.m. Eastern. That's cool. And can't wait till Cindy crochets that cheerleader outfit and shows up live wearing it. And Cindy is like, what in the heck have you people dragged me into? But she says, Carl, that scared too many people. Well, it's a good way, you let us be the judge. Anyway, so Rick Bradley says, there's my Amazon page. Check it out. Rick Bradley, you need that. And Luke Stone says, check out Guano Guy for a good, healthy laugh. It's a very funny book with a lighthearted feel and some great tongue-in-cheek humor. And there is that link right there. Thank you, Luke Stone. Much appreciated. And Carl Witzman doubts that, Cindy. I do too. And Phil Thompson, I can go live to promote my work for folks to buy. There you go.
Yeah.
See, and that's how you get people to know. Let them get to know you and see how awesome you are. I really loved your video the other day. I really did, Philip. That was good. And sign up for Rising Tides newsletter. You will not be disappointed. And I can tell you that coming up soon will be the address for that, Cindy. We are thinking like, I love you. That was a fantastic promo. That really was. And Rob Beatty says, sorry, I'm late. Daddy Zuckerberg put me into jail again. And I have no idea why. Probably because you hang out.
Horrible. The food's terrible in that jail.
Yeah, and you probably know by now, bring cigarettes. It's better than money, okay? And Joe Dog McKeel said, so I hear. Yeah, so I hear, Christian.
Yeah, so I hear.
Yeah, that's what they told me in the showers. Anyway, I'm a little worried, says Joe Dog McKeel. I just saw my dog have a blue aura, and I could have sworn she said, oh boy, at my mirror. I need to not drive for a while. You need to pull over, take a couple laps around the car, and get some fresh coffee is what you need, Joe Dog. Right. Also, what you need is Stupid O'Clock, 11 p.m. Thursdays and 11 p.m. on Saturdays, so you can catch tomorrow night's episode, and then Thursdays at 9 p.m. It is awesome. It is good stuff. You will love it. It's a great after con hours conversation. It's always a thrill. I always get a kick watching it, even if it's on the replay. In my profile pics as Magi J Caretaker, I am like me, give the popcorn Cindy. There we go. There we go. He wants all that buttery goodness in his hand. What do you think? It's his show, Christian.
All I'm saying, crochet a cheerleader outfit. I just want Cindy just to dress up in that scarf and that's it, and she walks around in that all day. That's it.
Hi, kids. Welcome to Sesame Street. Anyway, Christian has poll concerns.
I do. I don't want the girls to get coronavirus. Clean those things for crying out loud.
That's
Every
right.
other show, just go whatever. Spray those things down. My goodness.
That's true, and Eric, I will tell you that I do hear that Christian is good about cleaning his own polls. So what I'm saying. Anyway, Johnny Pike, I had to restart my computer, and unfortunately, it wound up back here. Right? Anyway, I understand. And Carl Wisman, yikes, Joe Dog, hung over a bit still. Joe Dog, what were you? Maybe I need to watch last night's Stupid O'Clock and see what you guys are up to. Also, check out the Facebook page. And the best, Doctor, it's just difficult. It's just different aspects of the same personality.
I'm not going. Either way, I'm going to have your show on my show on your show if I keep going into it. But
I know. Yeah. Well, I will say though, I remember both Mark Gatiss and Stephen Moffat have said that basically you're writing for the same character, but it's the actor who then puts their own spin on it. And I remember Forward to Doomsday. That was the first Peter Davison episode filmed, but it's very much it views very much like a Tom Baker episode.
If you realize that some of those episodes, like some of the Matt Smiths belong to David Tennant, some of the Peter Capaldis belong to Matt Smith, they were just scripts when the actor said, I'm not going to do this anymore, and then all of a sudden that script came up and ended up, you can tell that was written for the previous Doctor and not the current Doctor, or because the relationship between Capaldi and Clara changed after he regenerated, but you could tell there were hints of the Matt Smith relationship in there, and I think they were just trying to pull it off, but it's just like, oh well, all right, fine.
Yeah. There's often not time to rewrite the thing, because it's frequently I think especially in better written stories, you change something at the start, you have to change the whole thing through. It's not like all of a sudden it's like, Clara, we're just buddies running around the universe, and it's like, Clara, I love how you look in a short skirt sort of thing. So, you're right. It was the actors that helped pull that off quite a bit. And Twitter is truly a dumpster fire, agrees Brian Rodman. I tried to promote on there, and it was going all right, but it's such a toxic environment. I just deleted my account and focused on Facebook and Instagram. I go on there.
Twitter.
Yeah, there we go. There's Twitter in a GIF right there.
There's Twitter in a GIF, and that's me with reactions to Twitter.
Yeah, pretty much.
The delete button is so tempting there.
I hear you. Christian and I have agreed on that one picture, which was the night he discovered dino porn, and he went into Google a boy, but he came back out after his search a man. Let's just put it that way. And Yeah, if you go to my, you actually ought to go to my YouTube menu, because I have a much better picture of you on there that just kind of popped up. You know how YouTube can select your video,
Yeah.
your title graphic for you, and one was you with this incredible grin that it almost looks like it was taken like 10 seconds after the one you just posted.
Did you mention Sarah at the time?
I might have, and Michaela Jade. By the way, they both live in the same state in this wonderful country of ours, by the way. Just letting you know. Yeah, they're only about 4 hours apart. Just letting you know. Road trip. Hashtag Jobby Pika. Cindy Kep was a Winnie the Pooh character. She would be Kanga, the matron who cares about everyone and always encourages people. She is. Seriously, she is such a positive force.
She acts like Kanga, but she's more Rue. I think.
Yeah, there we go.
She's more Rue if I saw her in person. There. Speaking of in person, here we go.
There you go.
That started all the trouble 8 years ago. That little metal piece of metal.
That's the traveling TARDIS. Why don't you, for those who came in late, that's for you Phantom fans, why don't you explain briefly how the legend of the traveling TARDIS came to be?
Oh,
I know you're sick of the story, but
no, not sick of the story. I'm just wondering if people are sick of the story.
No.
Folks,
be polite and pretend you're interested. Okay, go ahead.
Don't be Twitter. Hashtag. 8 years ago, I decided I would give myself a TARDIS, take it to places where the Doctor wouldn't have been. That was kind of the running hobby gag. And I actually took it to places like Publix, Home Depot, Walmart, Kmart, all those places, put it on a shelf. It was just, it was just for fun. And people started liking the concept of the traveling TARDIS. Now, there have been probably other variations of people taking their TARDISes, but I think this particular one has now become the icon. I don't know why, but 38,000 people seem to like it. And years later, a friend of mine, God rest his soul, Ken Spivey, ran a convention called Time Lord Fest, and it was first done here in Orlando before it went to Tampa and then Jacksonville. And he asked me to do a panel. He heard me talking about Doctor Who and started doing panels, which one led up to MegaCon, Florida SuperCon, Fan Expo. I was sent to Texas while Capaldi was there. I was actually flown out by Fan Expo to do panels for I think it was Capaldi, Michelle Gomez, and Jenna Coleman. And they said, well, you don't have a Doctor Who Trek. And I'm like, in Texas? There's nobody doing Doctor Who? Wow. So they flew me out there with the team that I was at that time. And I think we've done like over 35 conventions. I think we've done 20 online conventions since we did CyberCon, IndieCon. What was it? GeekCon? That was the one.
Yeah, GeekCon
Geek
was
Insider.
Yeah.
Speaking of which.
Yeah, the Geek Insider. Yeah, that was.
Insider.
Yeah, that was. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we've done other conventions like Fan Expo. We did the actual Fan Expo online just recently, and we're also doing conventions we've never done before. We were part of Dragon Con. We never thought we would be a part of Dragon Con, but it was nice to see them, and then we're hoping that will be a future thing running once they open the brick and mortar back up. And it's been a wonderful ride. But I've been on other podcasts, and the last podcast I was on was called Gallifrey Stands with my friend Ian. He's now changed it to the Squeeze Show. He's moved it more to a generic sci-fi and fandom. So go check him out. It's called the Squeeze Show, and I'll try to see if I can find a link and post it on here. But it's it was a different take because I was the US cousin, he was the UK cousin. And we would talk about differences. So if we did a review of an episode or talked about, topics or favorite doctors, it was taken upon between two brothers that were never together on either side of the pond. But the problem was, and it was a mutual breakup. It was we understood, or at least I understood. We were 5 hour difference. So if he's booking guests, it's UK. So either I could wake up at 2 a.m. before work, or compromise and work until 1 a.m. at his time. So we had a breakup, and I joined a show called the Hanging with Web Show, which you should check out the YouTube channel, please. If you want content. I think there's 12,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, but there's content after content. And we were the first, I was the first spinoff. I actually was on the Hanging With, and Garrett Pomacher, who runs that show, and not only that, but the Hanging With channel itself, said it's time. And I go, what are you talking about? He goes, it's time you had your own podcast. And I'm just like, no, I'm done with that. I've been on other podcasts. I like being the guy in the corner who says the joke or two occasionally and says something, the Ben Franklin says something wise or stupid or silly or foolish every once in a while and jumps in when the time's right. And he goes, no, it's time for you to head it. And he goes, if I don't make you a show host for a Doctor Who channel, I'm got untapped potential going over and over here. So I was like, okay, whatever. So our first show was the day before Jodie Whittaker premiered. And we did our predictions on what we thought was going to be, the episode. And now we're going into, we're entering our 100th episode. Wow. Thanks to Geek Insider, the numbers that we're getting since we went to the live facial broadcast, the videos and stuff, it's been outstanding because people are now able to talk with us during the show, where other the podcasts, we had some significant numbers, but people couldn't interact. People had to wait until the episode dropped. And when it's review time, like if we're reviewing an episode, we have the chance now to go live and talk about it, as opposed to people had to actually wait a week. And by that time, the new episode came out. So nobody cared about what we had to review about the previous episode. Yeah. So all this is a testament to the woman who's down right there in the picture, Meredith Lawman, who
check out what she does. She's an amazing broadcaster. She really is.
If I'm going to point out one person who is the rising tide, it is her, because of her belief in all of us. Yeah. And I met her at Space Coast Comic-Con, what was it, back in February, and I was like, oh, hi. It was just a meet and greet, but she knew about me. And I was just like, okay, well, I'm great. Somebody knew about me and stuff, but she is taking us to a level that I could not even imagine. I'm not trying to boost our numbers or anything of that nature. I will boost our number.
You are. Yeah, let me go I will.
It was because our podcast on a week would probably get a couple hundred hits. Be it we're on iHeartRadio, be it on iTunes or wherever they were listening to it, we would get a couple hundred hits. Flash forward to the day and Meredith bringing us into the StreamYard world and supporting us and bringing us to StreamYard. We get a couple thousand in a weekend. So we were like matching up to 2,000-3,000 per episode. And some of the episodes, like I was mentioning, like the Sylvester McCoy one and Katie Manning both hit 5,000. I'm just like, there is no way I could have done this on a podcast. And not only that, but people became part more of the show, which I enjoyed. So when we do the live feeds, they have a chance to talk, they have a chance to respond. And that's the most wonderful thing about it. They can become part of the legend, which the hashtag came from.
Right.
So.
Yeah, she's done a lot for this show too. I mean, we would probably have just me and like 3 other people, but we've got like 2 dozen now, 3, I think it is. But we're rising meteorically. Actually, we're doing a lot better than that, and we are growing. Good. And it is thanks to Meredith. In fact, she gave me some tips on how to make this show a little more appealing at the start. We tried it today. We're going to keep doing it till I get it right.
I think just blushing if I can see it right. So
yeah, exactly. That's what we're doing it for. And I've not met her personally because she's got those she's got bodyguards now. But anyway, no, it's this is why we're going to talk networking today on entertheimaginarium.com at 4 p.m. today. And this is part of the networking thing, and it's people helping people. You find good people to share your creativity with, and the magic just happens, So don't stop making friends on here, people. Now, getting back to Twitter, now that we've gone all positive, let's talk about Twitter. Just for a cover he did for someone, but could never reply to me telling him I love his art, but can take his time to insult me. On the other hand, Eric's day isn't complete until he's trolled me.
This is just advice, Eric. I don't even talk about politics. To tell you the truth, is such a headache. I don't even want to talk about it. Back in the day, back in my old Twitter and my old Facebook feed, I would say something, and it would be a question. It would be a legitimate political question. And oh my God, wow, everybody comes out of the woodwork. And then people who weren't even my friends on Facebook were showing up. joining into the fray. I'm like, I didn't invite you. I just had a question. I just want, I just had what I think it was a legit question, and people would just chastise me. I don't even know you're not even my Facebook friend. What are you doing here? So it really is. I don't even bother. I mean, I used to joke. One of the episodes of Doctor Who is called what was it? Arachnids in the UK.
Oh yes.
And I joked to people. I said it's the worst episode ever. I said, listen, it should have been renamed. This is about Donald Trump. Oh yeah, and they're spiders. That's what the episode should have been named, because it was just basically a bashing. And I said, I don't need this in my Doctor Who. I don't. This is why I escaped from Doctor Who. Doctor Who's my escape from reality. If I wanted hate on Donald Trump, I got CNN, MSNBC, Animal Planet, DIY, ABC, NBC, CBS, all of them. I've got a bunch of channels. I don't need Doctor Who to be joining that fray. And I'm just like, okay. So it's now a part of it. And I'm just like, I have to live with it, but I don't have to like it.
Oh, yeah.
And Amy Hale, no, I didn't like your page. Boom. You got another like. Have fun with that.
All right. We've been posting more of your links on here. Please check out the links of everyone on here. I love seeing the links. We've been missing those. And Amy Hale's newsletter, it's a great newsletter. I like it. And I cannot wait to see everyone this weekend. I am so looking forward to it. And we've got that special delivery going to get packed in the van this afternoon. How's that for vague booking? We found another bottle. Meredith Logren says, one more link for the love of all things geek. Check out Geek Insiders. Hey, I saw Sunday night you're talking to one of my favorite people, Kara Nicole, the Arizona Power Girl. I love that lady. She is adorable. And I'm going to try to be home in time to watch that because she is awesome. So please check out the stuff that Meredith does. She is a great interviewer. She's even had me on the show. God help her. And Luke Stone Studio says, check out Hybrids. We have just a few dollars left to reach our funding goal. And when we do, we'll be opening up the Kickstarter to run for the stretch goal. And one of the stretch goals is you'll get to see Meredith Logren's very first comic script. Now, that isn't enough to get you going. Eric Hawkins will be drawing a 2-page story for the trade paperback, unique to the trade paperback. And he got some hack to write it. Anyway, Meredith Logren says, I'm hoping to travel and visit with everyone one day when cons open again, and I have books to hawk. Hey, if you're ever in Indiana, you got a place to stay. I've got to get spare room. And Cindy Cap says, people can be very insulting, but their opinion has to matter to me before I'm actually offended.
Exactly. Hit it on the head. Yep. It has to be something that I want. It's the only way. What is it, Brand? And I'm paraphrasing. The only way that a bully has power over you if you give them the power.
Exactly.
If they walk into the room and say, "Hey, you're like it." Words can't hurt me unless I choose to have them hurt me. So
exactly.
Amy Hale, you not only got a new subscriber to your Facebook page, you got a new newsletter subscriber. So there you go.
All right. See, it's working. Make Christian work here to subscribe to your stuff. Check out the Dastardly Eight Dingoes podcast, as Brian Rodman. We just became a YouTube show for season 2 and are having a blast. This season, we even interview people who wear a fez. That's bit.ly/Dast Dingoes. Well, you see, obviously their standards have increased quite a bit, but still, it's a great show. I watch it. I have been on it, and my episode's coming up soon. So please check it out, the Dastardly Dingoes podcast. Great show. Fantastic show. I'm never going to get any writing done. You people are so awesome. And I cut a few people out of Twitter and got selective of who I follow. Twitter is a pleasant place for me now. I think I would have about 4 people on my list if I made it that way. Brian Westhoff, I made a post this week about Bi Visibility Day celebration and got a rude comment. Yeah, they're everywhere. And like I said, during 2016, I was insulting everyone. I'd do something against all the candidates because I wanted to be fair. And no matter, of course, politics gets so personal now. I think you can argue religion more safely than you can politics. But I had people chasing me onto other people's pages to continue their points. And I finally had to tell them, lay the hell off. I don't care if you do it on my page because I can control it, but I don't want you crapping on someone else's page. Okay. And anyway, Meredith takes it positive again, gets supercharged with Luke Stone Studios' secret IGG campaign tier. Details on Geek Insider. Check out Geek Insider. They're on Facebook. They are on YouTube. They are on .com. They are everywhere.
Hey, Brian Rodman, can you personally send me the link, because I was trying to pull it up and it's not pulling up for some odd reason. So just PM me the link there. And Joe, do the same. I'm not gonna. Unfortunately, the only thing unfortunately with the chats when we're on it, I can't copy and paste the links. I'm actually physically typing them in or going to Facebook. But
Am I going too fast? I'm sorry.
No. You're fine. If worst case, I can go over the comments and do that. But the thing is, when you're on StreamYard, you can't copy and paste the links that people post. So I'm literally having to go over. But I'll let you know if I slow down. But just send me that in a PM. I promise I'll link up all everything.
Everyone, send Christian Basil your links.
I'm the link whore.
Okay. Hashtag Dino porn. Anyway, Johnny Pike, I had on a real life friend of several years because she allowed her friends to dogpile on me with personal insults in a thread on her page. Unfortunately, that's how you find out where your true friends are. I'm sorry to say. Luke Stone Studios, if you want some more good books to read, check out Volcana or Satisime. Thank you, young man. Thank you. Go to Amazon and look for Amazon.com/author/Brian K. Morris. Thank you, Luke Stone. Appreciate you, brother. I really do. And I'm glad we're friends. YouTube quality is good. I started on Facebook this morning and made my way to the superior platform. There we go. And we appreciate our YouTube people. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. All right. And if you like what you're seeing, give that thumbs up an exercise there and ring the bell so you know when I'm coming back. Hey, Hybrids needs to blast past that goal so our extra pages can be included. Stories by me and Brian and Eric Hawkins will be in there, and Luke will have an extra couple pages of art, which he's posted already on his pages, and it looks spectacular. I can't wait to read the words that go with it. And Hybrids Indiegogo is $523 away from the goal. Help them over that line. Yeah, right now, people, get on that. This is how you get your weekend off to a good start, by being a part of the Hybrids revolution here. And Cindy cranks out the work. Oh my God, does she ever? And nice promo, Cindy. Yeah, that was a thing of beauty. That your people did a good job on that. And cool voiceover. Yeah, for sure.
Brian, were you able to hear that ad?
Yes, I have ears.
So Sage spoke, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Good. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to address this to Cindy because Cindy is actually one of our new sponsors too. Cindy, Sage put it on there, and the reason why we had to put the voice act on is because the episodes that we do on the live feed also go to our podcasts. So we're kind of picky on that, so that all they have to do is burn the audio from the video, and all that audio goes into the podcast, so that we're not having to enter or put in our own voiceovers to fulfill that time. So you're getting the best of both worlds, the video and the audio version.
There you go. Well, thank you, Christian. And that's something to keep in mind. It's like, of course, Nevermind the Furthermore. I really don't believe this works as a podcast so much, but Clever Title Pending does. So if you do sponsor a Clever Title Pending, make sure you have audio, because we are on iHeartRadio and we are also now on Amazon Music, thanks to the charming and delightful and lovely Meredith Walgren, who works her heart out for all of us, actually. I feel lazy compared to her. And Cindy Cap says, Luke, woohoo, I have so many ideas for books and short stories. I can't quite write fast enough. Oh, I feel your pain, darling. And Carl, thanks. Frozen Creek Studios did the promo and 2 book trailers for me. Excellent. And Joe Dog says, ask Carl about last night's show. It was a rare occasion. Yeah, it's like, Brian, you poke the bear. Yeah, I'll check it out later. I promise I do want to watch that episode. Magi J Caretaker says, here's a question for all of you. Which character from The Wizard of Oz do you like more? The Lion, the Scarecrow, or the Tin Man, and why? There's a question for you.
That's an episode.
That's the whole episode there, really. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and do you prefer the book version, or do you prefer the movie version? Because sometimes it's a bit of difference between the two.
To answer his question, I don't know why. I kind of like robots, the Tin Man.
Yeah, and also in the book, it's actually a little grisly because the Tin Man was created when I think somebody cursed his axe and it started chopping off pieces of him, and they replaced it like bionics. So he's like the the 6 million cent man or something.
It's like the Brothers Grimm. If you watch the Disney cartoon and haven't read the Hans Christian Andersen version of the Little Mermaid or the Brothers Grimm stories, just you'll want to wait until the kids grow up to be adults before you give them that version.
Yeah, I remember my parents gave me a copy of Brothers Grimm when I was like 6, and I'm like, Mom, you won't let me watch horror movies after 10 o'clock, but you're making me read this.
Yeah. Depends on how
Oh,
much therapy you want when you're an adult later.
yeah. And I didn't get any, and this is the glorious result. So that's a cautionary tale for you all. Carl Wisman says, yes, you must watch the rerun of Stupid O'Clock. 1 hour in, all heck breaks loose. It was awesome. Love it. And a worthy rant, sir, from Carl, and a very worthy rant. Well spoken and well said. Many kudos, Joe. Definitely. Oh, we'll check that out. That's right. I wanted to watch that because you were going to go off on a tear, and I like seeing that in other people, as long as I'm not the subject. Jessica Johnson. Yes.
No, I was about to say, Joe, this is not a criticism. I apologize because I do try to watch Stupid O'Clock. It's late. You guys aren't boring me. You guys are interesting, but at some point, I fall asleep with myself and I miss the entire episode. So I feel bad about that, but it is what it is.
Too. Yeah, but you still, you can still watch the reruns and increase their numbers, so you're helping the algorithms, the evil algorithms.
That's true. I like evil algorithms.
That's right. That was that special room in the museum. Jessica Johnson wishes everyone a happy Friday morning, and also to remind you, check out Heroes for Kids out of Perryville, Missouri. Once these brick and mortar shows open up again, you're going to want to hire these people to come out and do their thing for your show as they benefit the kids in the community. Also, they're going to have a convention of their own in April. Check it out, heroesforkids.com. Excuse me, Heroes for Kids Comic-Con on Facebook, and check it out because the proceeds also go to charity as well. You will want to see that. And you'll want to be there, too, whether you're attending or vending. And Philip Thompson will go live and post a bit more to promote on Facebook. Yes, Philip, please do. Another tip, Philip, is do it on a regular basis, even if it's just once a week for 5 to 10 minutes, because, being consistent builds you up a fan base because they know when to expect you. That's why we have this show at pretty much the same time every day and every Tuesday night. I never figured out how to make Twitter work, says Cindy Kep. A publisher required an account, but I'm never there. Shrug. I'm not either. I just have my Facebook hooked up so it can share onto Twitter. But then it's a condensed version, but I don't care because then I'm out of all the fights. Meredith Logren, just a $1 pledge gets you a sample page of guano, guys. So get your guano today. Check out that bit.ly address and get some funny stuff in your email box. And I know how I segue, huh? Cindy Kep, do check out The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. I've been checking them out on the reruns. Oh, yeah.
I think I just like that there's something in writing that says Cindy Kep has been checking me out, so I'm happy again.
Oh, boom, chicka, wow, wow, I'm telling you. And also, The League of Impossibilists is also running on Indiegogo. 24 days left. Please help them out. Yes, check that out. Also, check out their Patreon page. There is a ton of stuff that you can enjoy while you're there. And here's a short link for Mr. Brian K. Morris's Amazon author page. Thank you, Meredith. Thank you so much. You're awesome. And Bill Sarden also says, be one of the far out and groovy people by clicking on SardenArt76 on Facebook, the artwork of Bill Sarden. For all things from yesteryear, when he reaches 900 likes, he'll be having a very special giveaway that'll be announced later. So invite your friends to like the artwork of Bill Sarden, where everything old is new again. Definitely. And we are making a valiant attempt to catch up here because we've got I'm on a clock here. I'm trying to get Christian ready for his show. Cindy Kep, there are two of Meredith on YouTube. Well, 2 is not enough.
Her husband's gonna like that.
Yeah, I had a dream about that. 2 Merediths, and let's move on. Cindy Kep, says Meredith Logren, I have an old account that Google refuses to let me access, so I can kill it. They don't believe the proof that it is legitimately me. Yeah, I've got a second one on there too that I accidentally bollocksed up, and I can't get in there anymore. So and that's the one I was trying to promote. So I'm on my old one, but my second one is out there somewhere. It has like 2 subscribers and nothing on it. So I had to share everything onto the new page, which is growing greatly thanks to Meredith Logren. And please watch on YouTube because the sound and picture is better. John B. Pica, Christian, I asked a legit question about the Breonna Taylor ruling, because I had a busy day and hadn't seen the news. I was ganged up on so hard. Oh God, I can imagine. Yeah, that's yeah.
Basically, if you want the straight answer to any political subject, you're going to have to subscribe to 10 different channels, both on the extreme left, the extreme right, and all the middle guys. I mean, I've been watching it, but I don't talk about it. I just keep it to myself.
Yeah,
I mean, I hate to say this, but we live in that world where you just can't even ask a question or, a legit question or anything like that. It's so intensified that the cancel culture just wants to jump all over you. And I'm sorry to hear about that, dude, but that's why I won't even go that route. So it's up to you, but I would just keep it to, there's certain people that I talk to in PMs and just, that don't judge. And that's who I talk to. And then maybe hopefully one day when this cancel culture goes away, we will be able to talk to each other like you and I. I mean, if you want to PM me and talk about it, hey, by all means, there's no judging. But that's where we've come down to, that having an opinion is just not something we can do anymore. I'm just like, and that's rude. That, to me, that's un-American there.
And how are we going to find out different opinions, or if somebody learns something about a situation that we don't know about because of how we are fed our news?
Mm-hmm.
How are we going to learn how to basically know what the other person's feeling or thinking if we can't have that debate? That's why this was the First Amendment, because they wanted to get the most important thing, and that is free exchange of ideas out and settled before you got into everything else.
You just have people who want to control the ideas and the topic. And I mean, we actually had a book about that, and apparently those people didn't read that book or watch that movie. So maybe that'd be a little bit our awareness. But yeah, if we don't learn from history, we're doomed to repeat it. And here we go again. I never thought that the day, with the freedom of information that we have, thanks to those social media platforms, are the same platforms that constrict the social media that you can digest regardless of what you believe. And that's just a shame. And I try to play by the rules. I try to say, hey, listen, because I don't want to be part of the cancel culture, but if I want to talk to Brian now about something political on this show, we'll probably have a couple of YouTube people come up and harass us. People who we didn't care about. They just happened to come with a hashtag or something like that.
Yeah.
But I will say this: if you want to talk to me in a PM and I have a chance to get a hold of you and you just want to speak, and when you want to keep it between us, by all means, I will be more than happy and open to discuss it, or just pick up a phone and just say, Christian, because I think we have that. There are days where I just want to, I need to fume. I need to talk to somebody, and I think we all want to get a handle on the moment, and the things that we used to be able to take for granted to get a handle on that moment are all vanished. So we've got to find new ways of getting the handle on the moment. And it's sad.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But on a happier note here, Carl Wisman says, but Christian, the Arachnids in the UK was the first episode to show Jody bend over. Carl Wisman, please report to HR.
Move on.
Cheerleaders and
it's kind of hard now that she's female, because you also look at the other 13 people that came before and just try not to think on that line, and just like, it was bad enough that I had to grow up with Layla.
Oh yeah. Oh, I hear you.
And then just go, yeah, okay, I'm still a kid, but for some reason I'm feeling really good more about Leela than Sarah Jane at this moment. But hey,
I understand that. It's a little healthier there. But that's the thing. We can't even discuss that sort of thing anymore. And since Christian isn't in comments today, his part will be played by Carl. Please check out the links. We're putting in more links, people, faster than this man can type. And also Diesel Punk Podcast from John B. Pica. Please check that out. Check out all of John's links. Go to johnpica.com and get all the John Pica goodness you can. And Tales from the Flip Side, that is also cool. And Meredith Walgren mocks Carl with her laughter and bows to Meredith, probably to look under her skirt. And Amy Hale says, thank you, Christian. Mm-hmm. She loves you. She appreciates you, as do we all. And Rick Bradley says, I know I don't mind having discussions on Facebook, but when someone starts to reply, you're an effing idiot, that's when I tend not to take anything they say seriously or even care about their opinions. Well, it's funny because, and I'm going to use Rick as an example. Rick posted a Rickroll about 3 weeks ago. Well, anyway, he'll be back. But
I'll be right back. Give me a minute. I'm sorry. Be right
back.
Go
ahead. I'll vamp. But anyway, no. He Rick Bradley posted a Rickroll, and it was amazing. And it was about Funko Pop stopping production, and I thought that's got to be a Rickroll, and I was right. It was funny. Funko Pops didn't think it was quite that amusing, but and Rick did not, to his credit, he was only reposting. He did not originate it, but it was funny because I shared it on Facebook, and I had so many people getting irate about Funko Pops, how worthless they are, or how their lives were ended because Funko Pops, and we're all like, follow the link. Don't just read the headline, but read the story. But I guess it made people's lips tired or something. Anyway, Brian Rodman says, send a message your way, Christian. Also a link to sign up for my newsletter. Thank you for the support, brother. Yeah, I gotta make sure I get your newsletter too, man. And Brian Westhoff, so they say you learn something new every day. Well, this week I learned that during the filming of The Wizard of Oz, that Judy Garland was sexually assaulted. She also had to wear a corset to smash her breasts to look 12, and the actress who played the witch was actually burned. That's true. And of course, everyone knows the story that the original Tin Man was Buddy Ebsen, who later went on to be Jed Clampett in the Beverly Hillbillies. And they got as far as the costume test, but unfortunately the makeup they used was infused with real silver, got into his lungs, and made him horrifically ill. So he could not do the role. So they recast it and redid the makeup. And also W.C. Fields was the original choice to play the wizard. Cindy Cap, I haven't seen or read Wizard of Oz. The books are great. Some of them are a little I won't say graphic, but some of them have a little hint of menace in them. But anyway, Carleen says, Cindy, we love Cindy. We really do. And Joe Dog McKeel, we must all help increase our Al Gore rhythms. Yes, we must. This is the way you can do it and keep your carbon footprint down. Yeah, seriously, that's one of the purposes of this show, Joe, that I love it when people share their links to what they do, what they're passionate about, because part of this was inspired by not just me talking about how freaking boring I am, except for my books are amazing, I like to think, but I'm only going by what other people tell me, and giving other people a platform in order to promote it and hopefully encourage them to do more of it themselves. Welcome back, Christian, and we'll try to get you out of here because I know that we're running up into your prep time, and anytime you need to go, let me know. All right.
I don't have prep time. I don't.
Oh, your show's like mine. Oh,
yeah.
The most prep I do is put on a bow tie. So
right.
You understand.
Yeah.
And John B. Pike has to run, though. I got to finish ACA certification for open enrollment. Oh, God bless you, brother. I know you've got a time going on right now because I'm of that age. I'm starting to pay attention to that crap. I've got to sign up for Medicare in 3 months. So, and plus, you got to go through all the supplemental and everything. So it's gonna be exciting, he said, reminding himself of his advanced age. Brian Rodman, everyone head over to Patreon and give Brian Morris some love and support his shenanigans. I have, and the rewards are great. Love the Flash fiction chapters. Thank you, my man. Thank you, Brian Rodman. And please sign for Brian Rodman's stuff too, because he's amazing. But yeah, we have what we're calling a soft open on our Patreon page. Make of that what you will, Christian. And we've started by we're putting in chapters of our first draft Flash novel, and we are writing by the seat of our pants. And we've got some stuff coming up. I just finished. I'm trying to work ahead so that if something comes up, I can still post. And if I get too far ahead, I'll probably be adding. I'll probably do it twice a month. But right now, we're putting in monthly chapters from this book we've just launched, and we put in the first chapter, and we will be posting the second chapter around the 1st of next month. And like I said, it's coming along. The 5th chapter, which I just finished last night, and also, anyway, the 5th chapter that I finished last night, the story takes a decided evil turn. And in the next chapter, we are planning on having one of the enemies reveal himself. And when chapter 5 comes out, you're going to want to become one of my patrons, because We'll tell you when it comes out. Anyway, but I've talked to some people, and it is really cool, I think. And we're going to make a second one as the book progresses. So anyway, thank you, Brian Rom. I appreciate that. But please sign up, and it just takes $1, and you can get something cool. The highest level we have is 10. Now, I haven't seeded the $10 level yet, so be warned, but that is coming soon. Have you seen the snazzy work of the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS.com? Head over there and give Christian some TLTT love too.
She revamped that whole website, which was just falling apart, and she just made it more sleeker. So yeah, hats off to Geek Insider's Meredith Lofgren. To everything, but yeah, real quick, I just check out the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS.com and definitely check out. Hopefully we'll have merch and subscription very shortly.
Very cool. Well, we're working on our merch. We'll be working on that when we come back from NonCon this weekend in Middletown, Ohio. Please come see us. Check out the NonCon 5 page, event page on Facebook. You'll be glad you did. I will too. Amy Hale says, I hate Twitter and rarely use it. I hope we can go back to a time where we can have some mature discussions where we use logic and compassion and not knee-jerk emotions. Amen, sister. I'm so with you. And Joe Bachman, good to see you, guy. It's been too long. Good morning and happy Friday from the side of I-94 in Lake County, folks. Hope you're all having a great day. We're glad you're here, Joe. Hope you have a great one, too. And Magi Jake Caretaker says, in all honesty, I deal with lots of haters because when I got rid of the creepy stuff, I had tons of people saying, you got to go back to horror. If you don't, you're going to lose followers. And it's like, it's your page. It's your career, right? And I actually love Twitter, says Meredith Logren. It's one of my favorite forums. There are these lovely tools called mute and block. I hear you. Most of mine, I'm just not very active on there. I only have a few hundred followers. So it's like I'm more interested in building my YouTube and my Facebook presence, if anything. And hashtag bring cookie home. Thank you, Cindy. You're the best. And hashtag CBC Radio Hire Willow.
Oh, I know what that's about. I'm going to post this for you into the chat. You will definitely want to join my friend. Oh, why is it not? Okay, it's processing. My friend Willow Schuyler runs a show called Pillow Talk. She's in the middle of becoming part of a radio station in Canada. I believe
Willow.
Willow, the same Willow. She's applying for a job at the CBC radio station, and we wish her the best. We actually put out a hashtag called CBC Radio Hire Willow, and I just put into the chats at the bottom when we get there, Willow's Schuyler Productions, and she does a series called Pillow Talk, and I don't know how to describe it as of yet, but the best way I can describe it is whatever Willow wants to talk about, and she brings she's bringing several guests in there. But I think she mentioned to me that she was looking into talking to tour guides, which I think is an interesting take. I don't think anybody's ever done that before. I think people have had tour guides on their shows, but to actually talk to people about their experiences on the route and the stories that they have about what they do, I was like, damn, I never even thought about that. So she's going there.
Never talked to John B. Pica because he does haunted ghost stores.
Gotcha. Well, then John B. Pica, reach out to the link for Schuyler Productions and let them know that we sent you.
Yeah, Willow's awesome. She's a great lady. So
she is. She's a wonderful lady. Love her.
Oh, yeah. Joe Bachman says, I need to start using Twitter more again. I follow a lot of tech pages on there and need to start keeping up with all that stuff again. Well, when you educate yourself, that's a good thing.
I wish you the best, brother.
Just don't talk to anyone. Don't make eye contact, and don't let them smell your fear. And tonight at 7 p.m. Central, check out Nick Tockert's Historical Fencing Guild. Find out how to kill people safely. That's what Nick's all about. Bladed weapons. If you get a little happier than you should at the thought of bladed weapons, then you need to check out Nick Tockert's Historical Fencing Guild on YouTube tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Joe Bachman, there is a new Rickroll going around about Taco Bell discontinuing carrying Baja Blast. I was disappointed when it wasn't true. Thought we might get it full-time at stores finally. I want coffee-infused Kraken full-time. That stuff is... It's hideous when you mix it with milk.
I love the frozen Baja Blast.
And I hate Taco Bell.
You keep that away from Florida, okay? You can have it in the other 49 states, but Florida keeps the Baja Blast. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I've only eaten a Taco Bell like once in the last decade, and decided that another decade under my belt was advisable.
You eat in one decade, you wait another decade.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Maybe that grade D meat goes a little.
yeah, yeah,
Might go to
and
grade C next year.
yeah, exactly. And I went to a Taco Bell one time where they said, "Well, we can't fill your order. We've run out of meat." It's like, well, there's a lot of things you can call meat.
Do you
Meat.
remember McDonald's when they start putting out ads? Yes, we're now using 100% beef. I'm like, what the hell were you using before?
Yeah, and like from what portion of the cow? I believe there has been discussions of that too.
You
Brian
run out
Robbins.
of beef over here for the farmers. Well, there's cardboard over there.
Well, that's why Clara was it Clara Peller or whatever from the 80s? Where's the beef? Well, apparently Ronald McDonald was asking the same question. I would be more concerned, where did the beef come from? Anyway, Brian Rodman says everyone can head over to brianrodman.com to sign up for my monthly newsletter. I actually have a couple big announcements coming in October newsletter. Definitely. Sign up. I got to sign up for that. Got to make sure I'm on the list. David Atkins said, hey, brother, good to see you. I just stopped by to say hi. Hi. Hope for Others. Currently working on 2 films, finishing up my script and did a voiceover for a new film. Reach out for your dreams. It's possible. I agree. Reach out for your dreams. Make it turn its head and cough. Anyway, and I think I need a BKM ad to run on Reels and Heels. You know, Brian, I am working on one. I really am. I may have to just actually break down and pony up the money for somebody to do it for me and do it competently. Carl Witzman, I need to work with Nick Tockert so his show doesn't come up against my green room shows. Yeah, Friday nights are becoming a scheduling kerfluffle here. Meredith Lofgren says Cindy needs all the loves and you need Cindy in your inbox. Head on over to ckoepp.com and sign up for her newsletter too. It's so good. It seriously is. If you love her posts, OMG, you will love her newsletters. Mine is, I'm happy with my newsletters, but mine is just absolute trash compared to hers. She's amazing. Cindy Cap, what did one autumn leaf say to another? I'm falling for you.
Shouldn't that be we should be in Cindy Cap's inbox? Or is that taken the wrong way?
Yeah, of course not.
Brian, I apologize. I'm going to go ahead and go, but I'm going to post a link to everybody who wants to join us right after this show. Facebook, I forgot the slash. How dare me?
Yeah, hey, listen, brother, say it all. I'm giving you the screen, giving you the floor and all the dirt on it.
Well, I'm going to do it just in case people copy and paste. It's the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS 38,000. Again, we're going to be talking about that poll that came out from Radio Times about the #1 Doctor, how the poll is, and everybody, we're going to be taking your comments throughout the show and what you think. So join us in a little bit. Brian, thank you so much, and everybody. And my good girls didn't show up. The Kayla and Sarah didn't show up, but I hope you ladies see this in reruns. Love you all, and I love you, Cindy, and I love everybody in the show, everybody in the chats. Guys, take care of yourselves. Be well. Wash your damn hands, and never, ever. Well, become part of the legend. There you go.
There we go. Yeah, become part of the legend. And don't apologize for becoming a part of the legend. Christian, thank you so much for being here, brother. It makes me happy to have you, and you're welcome anytime, all right?
Oh, well, we're going to be... Never mind. All right.
Love you, man.
He's regretting that statement right now, I trust.
I am already, man. What if I just kicked open the lock on Pandora's box. I can tell right now.
See you guys. See you in 10 minutes.
All right. That was Christian Basil. Hope you enjoyed him. I always do. He's a great guy. And when he said, can I come on your show tomorrow? I'm like, oh, hell yeah, you can. Anyway, thank you all for welcoming Christian here. He is a joy. And thank you all for your support. And let's get back to your comments in the minutes we have remaining. May can reach out more Monday, but hoping you all have a great weekend. You too, David Atkins. Stay strong, stay safe, make your dreams a reality, and know anything is possible and probable. Well said, my man. Well said. Anyway, you have a great one, David. Thank you for being here. And Rising Tide Publications has endorsed Skylar Productions. Yeah. Skylar Willow, she is amazing. And Amy Hale says, I've got to finish packing for non-con so we can hit the road. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'm going to be there I'm probably leaving about 3 a.m, but Cookie wants to go so bad and see you guys. And I will do everything in my power. So, Amy, if you see me falling asleep, please wake me up. during the show. It could happen. We'll see how long we can do this. It's going to be fun. We are going to have a great time. Please join Amy Hale and Charles F. Millhouse and Magi J. Caretaker and John B. Pica and Molly Daniels. And I think I got everybody. And Cookie. You get to meet the amazing Cookie when you come to NonCon. Check out the NonCon event page, please, on Facebook. And show up. Masks are mandatory, but the admission is free. Please come see us. All right. We would love to. And I'll have some book specials for you, too. And Joe Bachman, now that construction season is finally winding down, more biography pieces will be coming out from The Burning is Love. That's great, Joe. Joe, we missed you on here, dude. I hope you have a great weekend. It's so good to see you. And Amy, have a safe travel, you and John. Okay, I meant to tell you that. And we will see you in about less than 24 hours from now. I am excited. And Joe Bachman says, I'll start posting my link again once I have some pieces made and ready to go. Joe, that's great. And whatever we can do to support you on this, let us know. And feel free to post on the Rising Tide Publications page, okay? And Geek Insider says, Facebook.com/The Traveling TARDIS. Yeah, he's got an exciting show coming up in 10 minutes as we're looking at this, and we will try to get out of here so that you can watch it, all right? We want you to switch right on over there because Traveling TARDIS is fantastic, and even this clown thinks it's a great show, so please check it out. And Brian Wetzoff says, speaking of McDonald's, I tried their new spicy nuggets. Drink and mighty hot sauce, so yummy. Yesterday for lunch I made top ramen noodles with that sauce, and wowzers. Yeah, Brian, do you go to heatonist.com? They make almost all or distribute all the sauces that are used on my favorite talk show, even more than this one, God knows, Hot Ones on YouTube. And I can't wait to get the game. I want the game so bad. But they just revealed their 10 new hot sauces for season 13. But anyway, I hope you watch that, Brian, because I know you would enjoy it. You share the same sort of twisted humor I do. Plus, it's the best research talk show on the air anywhere. But yeah, I've tried some of their hot sauces. I'll have to bring some of them up here one time if any of you are into hot sauces. But it's Heatonist, Heatonist, like one who is a fan of Heat.com. And we got like 4 of their things, and I think at least 2 of them we're going to keep in our refrigerator because they are delicious. And you could, and they rate the heat level from 1 to 10. And they have some ones in there that are kind of like on the level of a Tapatio. A Tapatio would be 1. Something like Cholula would probably be a 1, maybe a 2. And then they've got 10s. And last season they had one they call the Last Dab. They've just announced their 4th iteration of it. And I've had 2 of them. Oh, God. I would confess to anything if you made me eat that stuff. Although one of them was really good. But the pain was just not worth it. But they had one last year that was 2 million Scoville units. And they say they've got one now that's even hotter. And it's like, how the hell do you manage that? Anyway, let's see. Here we go. Rick Bradley says, the comment about where's the beef made me think of when A&W competes against Mickey D's quarter pounder with a 3rd pound burger cheaper. People didn't buy it because they thought 1/3 was less than 1/4. Yeah, it's probably the same people that don't read the headlines in the post and just go by that. So, who was it? Wasn't it P.T. Barnum that said no one ever went broke underestimating the intelligence of the American public? Except now it's global. And you all have a great weekend. Be safe. Ted Davies will be thinking about you in Middletown, Ohio. Hope you have a fantastic weekend too, bro. Thank you for being here. And Cindy kept no sleep driving. Promise, hon. I've done that once. I don't know, I am convinced that God is genuinely looking out for me because I have survived a suicide attempt and driving 2 hours and I don't remember what happened. I just zoned completely out. I think they call it like hypno driving, that I was able to navigate the road safely. I mean, I was still in my lane, but I just don't remember a 2-hour stretch of this one interstate. And it scared me enough that I've never done it again. But no, I will be getting some sleep before Cookie gets home. Then Cookie and I will take another nap together. then we'll be driving. And if we get there early enough, we'll take another nap once we're there. And during the day, we may switch off and run out and take a nap, and then we'll check into the motel room once it's over. So that's the plan. Cindy Kep says, I hope you guys have a grand event tomorrow. Well, Cindy, please put in again your grand event. I do want people to show up for you. You are so worth the trip. And seriously, if I wasn't doing this show, I would probably be making my way to Iowa just so I could see you. Okay. So anyway, you check out the work of Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com. Check out that great video of hers. Holy cats, it is amazing. And so is she. Carl Westman, I have to scarper off to eat before a Christian show starts. Everyone have a great weekend. Carl, I agree. Let's wrap this up. Let's get through your comments quick so you all can check out Christian show. Have a great weekend, everyone. Time to start doing some inspections again. Joe, you have a great weekend. Thank you for being here, man. Made my day. Meredith Logren, I've really got to get back to work. Updating info on the IndieVent site this weekend. Cosplayer event. Yep, this November. Hey, Meredith, I told Christian that he has an invite anytime he wants. You too, girl. You too. You come on the show sometime. Let's come on the morning show sometime, and we'll get you back on the nighttime show too, because you're awesome. Rick Bradley, everyone take care and stay creative. You too, Rick. You take care. Yeah, everybody, please go see Christian Basil. Seriously, he's got a great topic on the Legend of Traveling TARDIS, straight up noon Eastern today. And if you're watching on the reruns, please go to his page, Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, and check out his show. It's amazing. Great conversation. Nick Tockert, sorry to not catch you till the end, but hoping you all have a wild and profitable weekend. Thank you, Nick Tockert. Man, and we still got to have FezCon this year. I swear we've got to have FezCon. And the 7-second delay will kick in if I do. Brian Robin, have a fantastic and successful weekend, Brian. Thank you, Brian. And everyone at the show this weekend, thank you for a great show. It was a great escape from the craziness of the world. That's why we do it, brother. We really do. Brian, thank you for being a vital part of that. We appreciate you. BrianRodman.com. Check out his amazing work. And Carleen says, enjoy non-con. Think of us and raise a glass. We will take the opening shots of the coffee-infused Kraken, and we'll think of you, Carly. We'll miss you. Seriously, you and Carl, we will miss having you there. But anyway, you have a great weekend too, darling. Love you and Carl so much. And also check out the Drunken Rant tonight on Carl's Secret Humor page. And if you need access, contact Carleen, contact Carl Witzman, contact me. We can get you in there. You must have a sense of humor and be totally impervious to offense. That part's probably more important than anything. So anyway, thank you all for being here. And I think I've got to run over there. I will not be part of the show today, but we will check it out later on the rerun this weekend. So anyway, we appreciate you all. Thank you all for being here. And Meredith Logren, for everything you do. Mwah, love you so much. And for everything you guys do, thank you for being a part of not just the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, but being part of this legend too. This show could not go on if it weren't for you, and I mean that sincerely. Thank you all for being here. And so I'm going to let you go over to Christian's page right now. Please check out that great discussion he's about to have. And Cindy Gibbs says, see y'all shortly. She's not that tall. Yeah, well, they say dynamite comes in small packages. Cindy Kep, you are Lady 3 Mile Island. You know what I'm saying? You are incredible. CKOEPP.com. Become part of her newsletter. It is the best read in the industry. It is bomb-diggly-licious. And so is she. Cindy, have a great weekend. Okay, hon? And bye, everyone, from Carly. Love you, too. Thank you for being here. Thank Carl for us. I'm sure he's there at the Christian show already, which is where you should be. And so, everyone, thank you for being here. We hope to see you at NonCon 5 in Middletown, Ohio. It's at the Post Town, POAST Town Elementary School at 6600 Trenton Franklin Road in Middletown, Ohio. The doors open tomorrow, Saturday at 9 a.m., close at 6, and on Sunday they open at 9, and we'll be out of there at 5 o'clock. So please come see us. Admission is totally free, but masks are mandatory. So please show up. We'd love to see you. And Cookie will be with me. So if you forget me, if you want to meet Cookie, that's the person to come see. And anyway, I'm going to go see her because it's time for lunch. So anyway, let me get the next shot set up here. And I think we got it. Anyway, thank you all for being here for Nevermind the Furthermore on Friday, September 25th, 2020. We will see you again on Monday. And don't forget, I will be on the entertheimaginarium.com today at 4 p.m. I'll be on a panel about networking. Please come check it out. The Imaginarium's got some incredible shows that they'll be up for 2 weeks. So there's a lot of information you should get as a creative person. So please check out entertheimaginarium.com. You will be glad you did. And you'll see some people you know there too also. And let's see what else we got then. And Tuesday, Clever Title Pending. We are going to have the great author Jim Beard. He's an author, an editor. He writes for Marvel.com. He's done comic book scripts, novels. He's written Spider-Man books. He's done a lot of great, amazing things. One of my favorite writers and favorite people. He's a great guy. Looking forward to seeing him Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on Clever Title Pending. Please check it out. And check out our back catalog of episodes on YouTube, especially. We've got a playlist. And you can see some great people like Carl Witzman, Carly Carleen, Amy Hale. Who else have we got? Luke Stone has been on. Charles F. Millhouse, artist Clayton Merwin, USA Today best-selling author Jason Nugent, Jen Thompson, Eric Hawkins, Christian Basil, Meredith Logren, Kadrosha Ona-Carol, Matthew and Kathy Jackson, Carl Witzman, and let's see, who else have we got here? T.L. Shively, Michaela Jade, Bobby Nash. We've had some Tyrone Tony Reed Jr., David Atkins. We've had some fantastic guests, and the best is yet to come. So please check us out every Tuesday on Clever Title Pending. And so I want to get, maybe I'll catch a little bit of Christian show too. So anyway, all of you, please, thank you for your attendance. We appreciate you greatly. Be sure to check out our website, risingtide.pub, where you can sign up for my free monthly newsletter. Next issue will go out October 1st, or contact me via direct message on Facebook, and I'll sign you up personally. We have secret links. We have inspirational quotes. We have new videos on where we're going to be, what we're up to. Also, guest editorials every now and then, occasional book discounts, and motivation, education, and inspiration every issue. So please sign up for my newsletter. I think you will love it. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That would be so greatly appreciated. And if you like what you see, please subscribe to the channel. We're on 4 times a week with more to come. We're going to be doing some special broadcasting and stuff in the next few weeks. We want you to be there and be a part of it. And also ring that bell so you'll get notification of whenever we have something fresh on there. If you're watching on YouTube on the Indie Vent or the Rising Tide Publications page, please give that page a like. It means a lot to all of us, and it helps us with the deadly algorithms. And so in closing, I think that's the whole spiel. In closing, folks, thank you for being here as always. We hope you have a fantastic weekend. Hope to see you at NonCon 5 in Middletown, Ohio this weekend. And as always, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, never apologize for being awesome. Thank you for being here. I'm Brian K. Morris. See you Monday morning on not Clever Time. That's Tuesday. I'll see you Monday. I always do that. I'll see you Monday morning on whatever show I'm doing. Probably Nevermind the Furthermore at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Eastern. Have a great weekend.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
So let's go.
Ooh.
Oh.
My nippies got hard.
Thank you for tuning in to Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Publications and Brian K. Morris production. Member of the Comic Book Advocating Network and sponsored by GeekInsider.com. Become part of our show with sponsorship and advertising opportunities. For details, contact advertising at geekinsider.com or visit podcast.geekinsider.com. The Geek Insider podcast is available on your favorite app, so please hit the follow button and share it out to your friends, because if you don't, you might have to turn in your geek card.